kept meaning to
Security.
look on the.
Well, the security and pilot classes are done on the under the second level of the place where the hangars are and stuff like that. Oh, engineer. That's it. The engineer class. Because engineers not just working on ships, it's also working on all kinds of tech and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, so yeah, engineer, medical, diplomacy, navigation, all up here. And then I do this right here as I switch it over is the hangar area uh, and where the security and pilots do a lot of their training, and then also a lot of all the other students do training down here as well. It's where their hollow deck is for simulations and uh, simulated space flight and stuff like that, but also to get hands on with actual ships and stuff like that. It's all done there. Oh, man, excuse me. And then just an overall view of the academy from the outside, from a distance, is that structure there. But yeah, they all arrived yesterday on a shuttle with a bunch of other cadets, and we'll just say that your character just ran a little late catching the shuttle and had to catch the next day's flight to get to the academy. So showing up a day later than the rest of the other. I mean, you're not the only one that missed the flight. There's a couple other cadets, new cadets on the ship with you as well. But yeah, it's a small pilotless transport shuttle that just pretty much goes from the academy and back and forth just for transportation. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, sound. I'll figure that in a minute. I was like, it's quiet.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. I knew I'd forget something, but whatever. So I'll figure it out in a second. But yeah, as you arrive to the academy the following day, very busy place, pretty much at all hours. People coming and going, cargo and supplies always coming and going. But as your shuttle approaches and docks and opens up to release you and the three other cadets of varying species, uh, of races. Does it seem better to call them species or races? Because I don't know. I feel like species sounds right for all the different life forms. But
I'd say so.
okay, yeah. I was just thinking about that the other day. It's like, yeah, what would be more politically correct? But as you get off the ship, you're immediately greeted by a very tall, slender, uh, very polished, bright silver metallic android type being with a featureless face, just a plain metal, sleek face with just a horizontal slit across the eye section for its optical sensors. And as you approach, or as you get off the space shuttle, you're approached by this individual as he introduces himself as Silver, who is a uh, assistant to all the cadets here, and can do answer any of the questions, stuff like that. And he's linked directly with his creator, who is the headmaster Yosei of the academy. So he's able to communicate with the headmaster through him to the cadets and stuff like that. So he's a pretty vital piece of the cog here of the academy. Um, but yeah, as you guys get off, he approaches and just a very monotone voice. Like I said, there's no facial features. It's just a very simple designed, sleek, clean, but very polished, bright metal, and just greets you as you get off the starship or space shuttle. Sorry, waking up a little more. Okay, and yeah, just pretty much uh, says, "We understand that you missed your first shuttle, and you are the late arrivals. No worries." And he produces slips of paper for to have all your information and your medical, your desired career paths that you had put in for. And Dlephinium, you did put in to want to do medical and healing, so he gives you the slip, and the three other cadets get the slips for theirs, and points you over to this like kind of kiosk type thing in the center of this welcoming center area, and that's where you're going to get uh, your uniform and your pin to put to your uniform, just signifying your career path and what kind of cadet you are here. And it's going to be a white uniform for medical, I believe, and then the pin is. What's it? There's, uh, damn it. Info, there we go. Career symbols. It is a uh, intertwined, uh, the medical symbol, the serpent, intertwined
Yes.
serpent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It has a name. I think it's called a Cadius or Cadius or something. Uh, but and then it's intertwined around some medical tools, just symbolizing that you are on the medical path. And you also get I put it in the Discord already, all like the main stuff that you guys get. You get the wrist link which is connected to all the cadets and all the officials that work here, teachers and stuff like that. Um, you get a data pad tablet for educational reasons to access info that the academy provides, and then there's also an education like lounge type area where you can plug your data pad in to the mainframe of the academy to gain more information, almost like a library type situation, and get all the information that way. And I don't know if I put in the Discord. No, I don't think I put the medical uh, pack in there. That would be, where is it? And the other few cadets that you arrive with, just make your way over to the kiosk thing to turn in your slips, and the slips get filed away for the academy's. Uh, where the hell that? That's the medical stuff. Just to log you in as a cadet and that you've been a cadet here. Here. I'll put it into the Discord as soon as I find it. But that. Yeah, because I think I put it in the mastermind section. Yeah. Uh, I didn't put the medical kit. That's right. Yeah, I'll put that up in a second. But yeah, you get everything you need to be a cadet here and to signify what career path you were going on, and you also get the schedule, which signifies you know the class schedule of the academy. Oh, here we go. Toolkits, medical, copy paste. Oops, copy paste.
Roll them bones, Captain.
There we go. There's the medical kit that you get for being on that, and And yeah, that's all you would need for that. All right. So yeah, at the moment that you're arriving, you're pretty much arriving at which would be breakfast time before uh pretty much the academic classes start. So uh it's pretty well labeled around this section of the academy, labeled where the which different arm of education is in which direction, where the food court type area is. It's also the area where you can get all your laundry cleaned and all your stuff like personal needs and stuff like that is all contained
Did
kind of in
somebody
a
say
court
laundry?
type area. I was waiting for that, but uh, yeah. So as you get your stuff, uh, and all your gear, and then Silver also lets you know that you have been provided your own room. Everyone here has their own room because the place is massive and the classes of cadets aren't very large. It's less than 50 for each group that comes in, and you know let you know where the dormitory section is, and then let you know that the rest of the cadets have all gathered at the mess hall food court area for breakfast, and yeah, all the food here is provided free. Like yeah, everything is pretty much provided for the cadets, and I guess that's where we'll start off is with just breakfast time. Uh, with cadets gathering into the mess hall. And like I said, you see a variety of different races, reptilian looking people, some with almost insectoid features, some graceful with almost like an aura of blue light and translucent almost skin. And yeah, it's very wide diversity here at the Academy. And sure got everything you need. First day. But uh, yeah. All right. So yeah, you all start gathering into the mess hall, and yeah, they provide food from all over the galaxy to accommodate all the students here. So every species is able to get their favorite meals and homeland
I guess
delicacies.
I don't have food. I don't eat.
I know.
So I guess I'm just there for the social aspect.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, yeah, obviously, anytime you're at the mess hall, it's it's for food and social interaction, and then and it's also in the area where you get all your other needs, and like for you being a mechanoid, needing to charge and stuff. Obviously, there's the charging station for all the robotic type beings that need that have power sources.
I guess
And
I'm gonna come just bumbling into the room. Just like, oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, sirs and moms. I hope you had a nice evening and studied well last night. It was uh it was a very nice room.
who are you saying that to?
Literally anyone who walks past. Kryten's a
Oh,
talking guy. He's like,
okay.
oh, hello, mom. Hello, sir. Oh, I've
I
never
didn't
seen
know
your
if he was
species
speaking of
before.
Iris or anything like that. And, yeah,
No, I'm expecting to bump into them at a table, no doubt.
yeah, yeah. No, yeah, but yeah, individuals every once in a while will stop and like, oh, good morning, and kind of make their way. Everybody's trying to get a meal in before the class of their career has to begin, and the morning classes are pretty much going to be based around medical and navigation and engineering. So that's where I figured we'll get Niffy into pretty much do a full session, or majority of the session will be in the medical classes. We see how well you can perform in that career field, and but yeah, so every once in a while, a person does stop and briefly interact with you, Kryten, as I'm in a hurry to get food, and you can tell that all the food eating life forms are definitely trying to take advantage of it.
The things that I would do to be able to eat food. Have a good day, sirs. I'm just gonna go sit down and. Sorry, gonna go sit down and find everyone. I gotta remember my buttons. Just gonna walk over and just
I'm
like.
saying that out loud. Well, sit down.
Oh, I'm just gonna go sit down. Kind of like spot Iris over in the corner, and be like,
Yeah.
oh, Mr. Iris, sir. How was your evening?
It was fine, man. I slept. It's pretty much all I do in the evenings. What else is there to do, right?
What I would do to be able to sleep. Did you hear about the shuttle of the new recruits this morning?
Yeah, I heard him flying in. Yeah.
I wonder who will be
Yeah,
joining us. I studied the shuttle as they were coming off. It was very interesting. I just
How so?
there was so many new species I have never seen.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
Babbling to you.
So many people.
Like, oh, I hope they have more paper today. I can't wait to iron it with all the tiny little socks.
You are such a strange one.
Do I want to ask?
Is that Niffy or is that
paper,
character?
Yeah,
Forgot about the
he's a
irony.
very he's a very
Who's
old
Niffy?
Okay,
he's a
Kryten
very old model and programmed for janitorial and cleanup.
I'm a
Is his
mechanite.
original programming.
I am a 3000 series. I'm a sanitation droid. He's very like obsessed
Yeah.
with like laundry and that sort of thing. Just trying to get like new knowledge and shit.
But also wants to be more human, and he's here to learn piloting and engineering of a spaceship. So he's trying to do better, but his old habits seem to. He's already got kicked out of the laundry place here by the owner.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Laundry for you.
Well, we hope they look good
Trying to
in those
do
socks
the
today.
laundry. But yeah. 'Cause last session it was just pretty much them getting here and had the whole day just to explore the place and see what there is to offer and stuff like that. So there was no classes or anything like that on the last session. But yeah, so he got himself in a couple situations. Or
We
that
found
was the
out
main
about
one. But
my granule attachment for many things. Gave everyone a hearty belly
Yes.
laugh.
So yes. So as you're communicating with or socially interacting with Cadet Iris, and like I said, it's a pretty bustling scene right now, as it's pretty much like a 30-minute type of deal before everyone's gonna get to their first class of their career path that they've chosen. So it's a very kind of rushed situation. Oh, excuse me. But is there anything anybody wants to do in this time before official classes start?
I'm just babbling to myself about like the laundry and just like, oh, I can't wait to be doing my first class today. Oh, it's going to be so amazing. I can't wait to learn to fly a new ship. I hope it has a laundry.
Well, it's going to be a simulation in the holodeck for the first ship interaction, so I don't know if there's going to be
Oh,
laundry to deal with.
blast. I'm sure he'll find something somewhere.
Simulation.
On standby if anybody poops themselves, sir.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Just go waddling off to wherever my class is. Like, oh, I will see you all later. Well, I hope I get to do something good today.
Yeah, because the engineer class, our arm is up here on this main floor, and then as well as the medical and diplomat for communication. So it seems like Iris will be the only one down below for security, but let's see. Mm, yeah, that won't be until after lunch because the first class ones that are will be the like astrophysics, medical, navigation, and engineering. But astrophysics, it's pretty much like a roll it into everything here since you're in space. It's like I think everything is going to be utilizing some form of astrophysics. But yeah, so if you guys all want to head off and do that into, like I said, like Iris, you won't even have your stuff until later in the afternoon, so you pretty much have like the morning. Here's do what you wish. But if we're going to go into classes, we'll start over in the medical career path where we can meet Dr. Alondra, who's the head of or the chief medical instructor here. If that's where we want to go with this. I don't know if does Mara want to do anything?
No, I'm probably just like gonna grab a drink and then head to class too.
Okay, yeah. All right. That. All right. My throat's finally awoken. Ugh. Let's do that. So yeah, as you make your way to your classes and uh, Dlephinium, your Riscom, whenever classes start, they pretty much light up and just let you know, your career path is of choice. The class has started and pretty much gives you instructions on how to get there. And as you enter the room, it's large medical bay. I mean, there's all the essentials for a medical bay. There's beds and um, surgery robots and medical arms and stuff like that. All the high tech stuff that you would ever dream of needing in the medical field. But obviously, your character is equipped with something a little bit different that I would say all the other cadets are lacking, which is your ability to produce healing spores. And here we go, medical. So yeah, as you enter in the classroom, there is just you and 9 other cadets that are in this classroom right now. A couple humans, a couple of Grelthians, which are the reptilian looking species. There's a couple Zilthians, which are more uh, sleek, chitinous bodies, almost insectoid type. There are the Alandari, which is what the headmaster is here, and they're kind of like space elves, but with like blue skin and cosmic looking shimmering tattoos and uh, come from the Asian heritage of the human race that have branched off and evolved over the years. And then there's also the Zentari, which are kind of a light, almost translucent looking skin that glows with a very light, uh, dull glow to it. And those are the other races that are within this class, but there's 10 of you total in this class. And yeah, you enter into it, and like I said, it's filled with all the equipment essentials. And before there stands the chief medical instructor, Dr. Alandra, who is a Centauri, which is the glowy skinned, very tall, lean, graceful looking species. But as you and the other cadets kind of make your way in, she speaks up and welcome, cadets, to the medical career path class. Today we will begin your journey into the art and science of healing in the vast cosmos. As future medical professionals, you are entrusted with the well-being of countless lives. We are first lessons focus on triage and quick decision making in high-stress situations. Your task is to diagnose and treat simulated patients affected by cosmic phenomenon. And kind of points over, and there's like holographic images that are very lifelike that are on these medical beds. And there's pretty much one for each student as you're tasked with. And then, this isn't like a light school type thing. They kind of just throw you into high stressful situations and try to prepare you for the craziness of being out in the vastness of space and the stuff you'll deal with. But yeah, each of the students kind of go over to their own designated, I guess you call it this workstation, and like I said, it's got all the tools you would need, and as well as the ones you're provided with when you got here. But excuse me. So yeah, like I said, she's tasked you with pretty much uh, diagnosing and treating this patient, and with that character type sheet I gave you, those numbers that are associated with all the different things, those are just what you're going to be adding to your D20 roll for the different task at hand. But yeah, as you first approach the simulated patient, like I said, it's very lifelike, holographic display as the patient is very incoherent and seems to be in pain and moaning as you need to assess and try to diagnose. So, I mean, off the list of all the things you have, I mean, you can do like an intelligence check or something that you would feel more suiting to diagnosing a patient's
Okay.
complications.
You're gonna have to invite me back to the rodeo.
To the
Or
what?
set my
Oh,
request.
the rodeo. Oh, okay. There we go. Sorry, I was on a different tab. Ugh. It should, after a while, like recognize you, and it'll stop asking me to do that because they don't do that to the others anymore.
So it's just a straight D20, and then I add like the.
Yeah, either your intelligence, or if you want to pick one of the abilities or skills that you have that you feel like would benefit you in diagnosing a patient's sickness. Oh,
What's the
there it is.
intellect? Five.
Yeah, so as you're studying it over this, and it's kind of a kind of a stressful situation since you just got here today, and they're just throwing all the students into this you know high risk simulation. But yeah, as you're like looking around, you can see a few of the other cadets are also struggling as they can't seem to really diagnose what is really going on here as the Dr. Landra comes over to each one that is kind of struggling and kind of aids a little bit in the situation at hand. And when she makes her way over to you, as you're having a hard time really diagnosing the ailment, she points out like, "Oh, look at the pupils of the eyes, and are they like?" It kind of just goes over the things that you would want to check one by one to help, uh, put you in an order. Like, okay, checklist this, checklist that, and just the basics of what you need as medical. But with that diagnosis roll with the 5, mark that down as finally kind of at the end of the checklist realizing that it's kind of like a cosmic flu type situation where the high fever and uh, sweatiness and the cold sweats, and finally able to kind of diagnose it as something along those natures, as she asked you to now stabilize the patient to give it treatment. And now that you know what the diagnosis primarily is, I'll have you do a medicine check to see if you can successfully administer treatment and stabilize the patient.
Now that which number do I add on that one? Was it
Please,
the plus or the
uh,
life treatment skill?
let's see what skills you actually had.
It was a 4 plus 6.
Okay, no, yeah, it's yeah, because it's saying that you have the 4 in that, and then you're getting a +6 because of is it, yeah, you're getting a +6 because of I think your healing rank. Yeah, your healing rank is a rank 6, so it's adding that too. So yeah, you're going to be adding 10 total to this roll.
Oh, well, I like that 18.
All right, 18 on the treatment. All right, yeah, as you start to calm the fever and add cold packs to the head, and utilizing some of your spores as you kind of place them out over the body to kind of calm it down, as some of the other students kind of all look over and like, what the hell? Like, as you can see, a lot of them are still kind of struggling in this situation, as you're able to successfully stabilize the patient. And also you can notice some of the other cadets, like kind of, and the instructor too, Dr. Landra, kind of impressed as well, getting a little bit of reputation amongst them. But then as Dr. Landry comes over and sees the job you've done, and oh, very well done. Now you'll need to do the following procedures of this medical treatment, which would be to effectively communicate with the patient's family and provide reassurance and understanding. As she like opens up a little calm communication with a simulated conversation with the patient's mother and father, and yeah, you just need to kind of communicate that the student's fine, and or the patient's fine, with doing a persuasion check to kind of persuade them to calm down. I don't know if there was something in particular you would say to them uh, in the situation as Dlephinium.
Um, I would probably say um, that he'll be fine, that his mammalian body was too hot, and I have treated the illness. And I don't know what I add to
Nice.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, so just roll a persuasion check as you convey that yeah, this humanoid mammalian body was just overheating. I got it in
Rolled
her
eight
hand.
18. I don't know what to add.
We rolled an 18 though. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you got to yeah, all right. Yeah, so it was just that alone. Yeah, as you just calmly tell the patient's parents what happened and that you're able to get everything under control and no need of worrying about overheating again as the patient's parents, express their gratitude and very well calmed as Dr. Landry looks at you and looks at the other cadets who are also kind of like still struggling with the treatment phase of the patient. Kind of look over and like, oh, geez, and this one's already ahead of the class in this situation as 2 out of 3 of the things needed. You just struggled on the diagnosis, figuring out what was wrong, but once that was established, you're able to, with flying colors, and complete the treatment and the communication part of the simulated medical situation here, and definitely getting some reputation of points with the and admiration with the instructor and some of the other cadets. You know, maybe some of the other cadets might be a little jealous, but some of the others are like, "Oh hell yeah, I want to be on the team with this one." As your class goes on, and yeah, your first class goes extremely well. As this is happening, we'll like pan over to one of the other cadets who's doing their class. Because at the same time, and now there's engineering and communication going on, so which would be either Mara or Triton for his engineering. If one of you would want to do your first class test first, should write that now. But yeah, so because I'm doing it kind of like a reputation type point. Each person, like right now, Niffy got 2 reputation points in her first class out of the 3 possible to using that like as a we call it a curriculum uh to mark off like all right, did good in this, did good in that, like the kids. I figure by the end of this academy thing will be you guys leveling up before actually going out into space and doing shit. So you would need 15 power points to level up to the next level. So I'm using these reputation points as the power points. So once someone gets to the first 15, that's when they level up. And so not everyone will be leveling up at the same time, but it's not like D&D where that hurts the party at all, which I like about it. Like,
I like that.
or in D&D, it's like, yeah, if you have someone that's level 5 and the other guy's level 3, it's like there's such a huge difference in what you can do in the party. In this game, you get all these crazy cool bonuses to your rolls, and but yeah, so Dlephinium's class goes extremely well, and gets high grades and marks from Dr. Alondra, the chief head instructor, who will obviously be informing Headmaster Yosei of such credits to be marked onto the cadet record. And yeah, as your like class concludes and stuff like that during the because each class is only I think let me see what I had here breakdown on the schedule. Yeah, it's about a 2-hour class. That's what I had, almost 2 hours. So yeah, in that time, you did your opening test, and um, Dr. Landris goes around and providing feedback to each cadet afterwards, and emphasizing the importance of like empathy and quick thinking and precision in the medical practice. And yeah, so with that concluded, who wants to go first, D or J?
I'll go.
Communication or diplomacy. is what the class is. But yeah. So when 'cause obviously these classes are happening at the same time, so like we just pan over as you were arriving to your class. In the first day in the comms class is a buzz with excitement. There's obviously more than just you in the class. You're in there with another 9 other cadets, so there's another total of 10 cadets in this class. Um, you find yourselves in a state-of-the-art classroom filled with holographic displays, advanced communication devices, simulations of various cosmic communication scenarios. And then the professor here is Professor Lyra Vinix, and she's also a Ventari, just like Dr. Alondra. But she's a seasoned diplomat experienced in interstellar communications and kind of welcomes you all with a big smile as you come in. And Zentari all kind of have the same voice. That way I'm not trying to do freaking 1,000 different voices for different alien people. But yeah, so just as you guys come in, just welcome cadets to the communication and diplomacy class. I am Professor Lyra Vinex, your instructor of this course. Our missions in this class is to understand the intricacies and communication across the cosmic expanse. And today we embark on a practical exercise. As she activates a holographic display showing a complex cosmic map with blinking lights representing different star systems as it lights up the room as students are all gathered around. And pretty much establish that your task today, you and the other cadets, is to establish a communication with a distant planet by the name of Thalos Prime. They've recently encountered a cosmic anomaly of some sort, and you guys are all tasked and to offer and gather vital information. So it's communication skills with this uh, Thalos Prime is paramount at this moment. So like as the students all kind of get around this big display, everyone has their own little section where their own communication device ahead of you and the what you would need to establish a link and communicate with this planet and to figure out what the cosmic anomaly is and if there's anything to help solve the problem. As all the cadets are starting to immediately trying to establish a communication link with Dallas Prime, which is the first primary thing to do. Um, so we'll have you roll your d20, but I'm trying to think of what's because you could pretty much just use any skill or advantage that you have that would um, be tech based and like because at this time you're trying to use the device to establish the link. So 'cause I can't remember what everyone has. Sample, I have a sample sheet somewhere, but your characters. Uh, don't you have something to do with radio on your character sheet, D?
Um, Nothing that says like radio now.
Uh, can't, I didn't write down everything for everybody's thing. Try to remember what. Um, advantages. But yeah, just look at your sheet if you see anything that would help with. Um, because if we don't have like any extra advantages or skills that would relate to a communication device or anything like that, you can just use your intellect and just do a straight intelligence.
Most of my stuff is just like languages and teamwork.
Okay, yeah. So
So
yeah,
yeah, I'll
so that's
probably
what
just
we'll.
use the intellect.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's what we'll spend your points on as you level up to get more familiar with the tech side of the communication. But yeah, so just do a straight intellect roll as you're trying to establish a communication with Talos Prime and offer
Am
the
I adding anything on it or
yeah, just D20 and adding whatever your intellect is.
9?
A 9. All right. All right. So as you're not entirely familiar with this device that you're using to interact and communicate, definitely showing signs of struggling as finally the professor, Lyra, comes over and kind of gives you some assistance and showing you a little bit of how this device works and showing how to link between the different communication outposts within the universe to establish a link to this specific place. And after a while, able to get it, but not without the assistance of Professor Lyra Venix. But yeah, after a little while, you get a connection as a voice is heard over on the other end, and it's just it sounds like an older man. Um, as he accepts connection and yes, sir. Is this the Federation? Well, what we're having a bit of an issue out here.
what seems to be the problem?
Oh, make sure I'm okay. Yeah, make sure I'm on the right test here. Yeah, he conveys that they've had a series of power failures, and you can kind of tell in his voice that he's not too like trusting and kind of off put of just assistance from the Federation. Um, and doesn't like tell you the full extent, just like, oh, yeah, just power outages rolling through the facilities. And, well, doubt there's not much you could do to help. And as he says that, the professor kind of looks at you and kind of gives you that look like persuade him, as she wants you to come at him with a more of a diplomatic approach to get him to accept some assistance and to calm down. Yeah, here we go. There we go. But I don't know what you would want to say to him, but you would roll your d20 and add, I guess, I mean, not persuasion, but I think you have actual other stuff to help with actual talking to people, right? I need to get myself a copy of everyone's thing just to make
Yeah,
sure
D's
I
having a
know
few
what.
troubles hearing you for a second.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
It wouldn't be a session without D having
As
issues.
as is tradition.
Yes.
Hello, I missed your last bit. My apologies.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, just don't say you're going to be trying to, in a diplomatic approach and trying to calm this guy down to assure him that you guys can offer assistance if he will be willing to, you know, fully, we call it a, what's that fucking word? Comply, I guess, not comply. But yeah, you just need to get him to accept that you guys can help and the Federation is willing to help to get past his little bit of government shyness type situation where he's like, yeah, there's nothing you guys could do anyways. But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, roll a d20 as you're conveying this to him. I don't know what you would want to say to him. Um, but you make either persuasion check, or if you have a skill or advantage that has a better bonus than your persuasion.
Yeah, I'll probably just try and persuade him that, like, to let us send help to him, I guess.
All right. Yeah.
I got a nat 20.
Okay. Nice. Make sure I got this. Actually, the first part is that, and then this is the diplomacy section, which you nailed. As very quickly, the individual like kind of drops his guard a little bit, and oh, okay. Well, if you really can't help, then and he starts conveying that problem they're having is kind of a EMP, yeah, EMP, that's the word, type burst that's been coming from a nearby star that has never done this before and just recently been creating these EMP bursts that have been affecting their station in particular. Um, yeah, as you convey that to your professor, and because I mean, obviously, this is all simulation. This isn't really happening, but the professor, you can tell that they try to keep like a sense of like urgency, like, oh, very, very well, yeah, like just kind of keep it in a realistic mindset that you're trying to help these people. And but yeah, with that nat 20, that gives you a level of success, and then the natural 20 gives you 2 levels. So yeah, you quickly and easily get him to calm down and open up about everything that's happening. But he's still a little like unsure that there's anything that you can do to solve the problem. And uh, as you're talking to him, and then getting the gist of what is happening, you're pretty sure that you could solve the problem. And with the information you've gained, you try to convey to him exactly what to do to solve the problem. As professor kind of gives you like a step by step, like, oh, EMP burst, make sure you're checking this system to make sure it doesn't get malfunction, check this system to prevent this, and has you kind of relay the things that he would need to do, and do another check for, I guess, persuasion, or 'cause, I mean, you're not really like persuading him. You're actually giving him the no, make a straight presence roll, just as your presence, as your confidence in this situation. And
Uh, 16.
16, oh, perfect, one above the success. Yeah, so as you like identify the problem and you start giving them a checklist of everything it needs to do to fix the problem, um, after a few moments, you just hear the voice come back over, and oh, it actually worked. Thank you. Oh, oh, thank the Federation. Thank you. And so we will be in contact for any further problems. And turns off his communication as the professor looks over at you. Oh, very well done. Very well. And some of the other students have finished theirs as well, but some are still struggling on the diplomacy part of it, and not all of them were able to do it without the help of the professor. But as the class goes on, each cadet, gets their situation, and the professor, towards the end of the day, like looks at you and says, "Oh, excellent work, Cadet Don. Your communication and diplomacy skills are very, very high level. You will do well in this class."
Thank
So
you.
plus one, so you as well get 2 reputation points with the professor of your class. And and gain a little bit of valuable experience, and that it's not just words that in this line of career that communicating is going to be a lot of tech savvy type stuff as you're like, okay, this is something I need to focus on and put my training into. And yeah, because like I said, when you level up, we can put those points into like technology and learning how to use devices a little bit more efficiently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, with your class goes by and cadets all getting through their simulations, some struggling, but at the end of the day, you get 2 points on your reputation. Make sure I do not forget that. And yeah, then we'll shift over as your day goes on in your class to the engineer class as Cadet Kryten enters the engineering arm of education with 7 other cadets. There's a total of 8 in this class. As you enter, excuse me, the state-of-the-art engineering lab, holographic schematics for different ships are all in the walls. There's robotic arms for doing maintenance and work, various high-tech equipment, and a lot of the cadets seem to be pretty stoked and looking around at all the stuff they probably never even got to use before. And yeah, the academy just has everything to offer for everyone to use. But as you all kind of pile in, you see a tall reptilian skinned individual at Grethian, who is the chief engineer Rix Torsen, who is just an engineer expert when it comes to starship maintenance. As you guys make your way in, and so welcome, future engineers, to the engineer career path. I am Chief Engineer Rix Torsen. I will be your mentor in the fascinating world of starship technology. Today, our mission is to repair a malfunctioning warp drive simulation. Each of you will diagnose the issue and execute the repairs. As he points over to the center of the massive room where there's different stations set up with these holographic interactive simulations of these malfunctioning warp drives. As each of the cadets and you as well, Tiva, make your way over to yours to study, and you pretty much need to identify the issue. Then you're going to need to use the correct tools and technology needed to fix it, and then make the right decisions in actually fixing it. So that will be the 3 steps that you have to kind of overcome in this part of this class that you are now in. But yeah,
Sounds
so like I said,
complicated.
you and 7 other individuals.
I've never worked on a warp drive before.
There's no time for everything, and you are here to learn. So
How
do
very
not
true.
be, uh, don't be intimidated. You will all do fine.
I've been capable of being intimidated, sir, but I will give it my best.
Good, good. It's you get to your station, and it lights up with the holographic interface and simulation of this warp drive that's kind of sparking and definitely malfunctioning as you're kind of like looking it up and down and trying to get a full steady of the device. I mean, being a mechanoid, even though you're not programmed for this, I mean, you do have some knowledge of how things go together and why things would connect to things. Simple manner, I guess.
I need
Like
to
while
repeat
you're,
myself every now and then, so I roughly know some of the basic
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And yeah, so as you're like kind of studying it, I'll have you do your role, but we'll do I guess because at this point you're just trying to identify any kind of situation that you would deem a problem with the device.
Can I use my diagnostics device thing that's in my engineer's pack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Heck yeah. Knew it would come in handy for something.
Yeah, because I don't even know what all you guys have in those things I gave you. So, um, yes, what is that exactly? That's
It just says that I got diagnostics devices and circuit testers. I don't know if it's had a particular thing for it
okay.
or not.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. So when you're using that, because you have do you have a technology thing on your skills or advantages?
Advantages is I've got fearless and inventor and instant up. I don't see anything for specific technology though.
Okay, I couldn't
Oh, I got like
remember.
a 10 in technology, but that's about it.
You got a you got a 10 in technology?
Yeah, and like the long list
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, there's like a 10 plus
Yeah.
2 in that one.
I was that's what I was looking for was that just the actual technology. Yeah, since you have a 10 and you're using that device, that's going to give you a +2 to that. So yeah, you'll get a plus since your technology is 10, you'll get a +2 to using your device. So it'd be a +12 to your roll as you're examining this malfunctioning warp drive, trying to figure out what is wrong with it.
Hell yeah. And it's going to be up to 5. Oh, damn new
Oh,
machinery.
another 5 plus 12. So yeah, that's still a 17.
This reminds me of the size cancer. We do almost anything.
Okay, so as you're scanning the device and using uh, the tools that were given to you as a cadet here, you quickly identify a couple things that you're like, oh, those should be connected to that, and that should probably be connected to that, if that's what that does. Like, just kind of rudimentally, I can't fucking say that word, but yeah, very simply, you're just like trying to piece it together. What should be connected and why is that not connected to that? As you to yourself kind of diagnose what you think is wrong with it as you uh do you want to acknowledge the chief engineer Ricks, or do you want to just like go into like trying to fix it? As you look around, you see all the other students kind of still assessing what's the problem, and you can see like one or two of them are starting to call over Ricks, like, "Oh, I figured out the problem."
I think I'm gonna try and just go straight in and fix it. Just be like mumbling to myself, "Oh wait, this piece goes here, and then this one goes over here, and then this happy little thing connects over here." It's like bumbling
Alrighty,
away, just fixing it all up.
so that you just do the you're just a technology role. So I don't know if you had any like because they kind of give you tools and everything here to work on it. So yeah, you just like grab the tools you think are needed and start getting to work on it.
Oh
And
shit! I
yeah,
just
so
thought
just
I've got a universal interface. Completely forgot that I had that. The universal connector, which connects with various types of. It says spacecraft systems for maintenance and repair. Would that count for a warp drive? It's something for so that I
no,
remember
not
for
a
later.
yeah, yeah, not right now. 'Cause that would be like the full systems of a functioning ship. This is just like one part of a
Gotcha.
ship. That's yeah. But yeah, so you just add the +10 for your technology to the roll as you start
Do I put the plus
wrenching
twos
away
in
and
there as
grabbing
well?
tools.
Because it's
No,
got
not for
technology.
this one.
Okay, so the plus
Yeah,
two
it'll
is
just
just
be the tech.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because you
gotcha.
got the +2 because you're using that device.
Right, gotcha. That makes sense. In
Yeah.
that case, let me as I'm muttering to myself like, "Oh, this one goes over here, and here we go. Oh, I fixed it. I think." Yeah, that's like what 27
You
with
got to
the
sit and roll
17.
a
Yeah,
17.
roll a 17.
Nice.
I like these
All
digital
right. Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah. So as you just start putting things together and wrenching on things, and you get to a point though that where you see there's two different wires, and you're like, oh, but there's only one spot. Uh, shit. Only like only one of these wires is the one that goes So
Well, where should this one go? This is very strange. Why
yeah.
would they have two wires that go into one place?
So yeah, this one I will need you to make an intellect roll, as you need to come with the right decision of which one is.
Oof, I better roll high on this. I mean, I know Kryten's a bit stupid, but I mean, a 2. I gotta roll big. Here we go. Oh, that saved my ass, sir. Like a 9. It's probably terrible.
Yeah, as you're like, gonna be this one, and you plug it in, and it just like sparks, and a big explosion on the top of it kind of pops out the side, as there's now more damage done to the warp drive. As the chief
Embarrassment
engineer
mode.
comes over and just, "Hey, it's okay, it's okay. It's your first time. It's all
I've
right."
never,
And yes,
I've
as you're
never
like
dealt
panic,
with warp drive, sir. Panic mode engaged. Oh, what do I do?
um, yeah, so you'll get. And yeah, so he's like calming you down as he turns off the holographic simulator as the warp drive disappears, and it's just okay. But next like better luck next time, yes.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I couldn't go to Silicon Heaven knowing that I messed this thing up.
yeah, so but you do get, 2 points of reputation as well in this class for,
Oh yeah.
easily able to figure out the issue, and then repairing the issue up until the most crucial moment where you drop the ball or the wrench. And
Ba-dum-ts.
yeah. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Do we check those in the hero
But,
points bit, or is there a specific spot for him?
oh no, I'm keeping track of that stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'm just letting you know that, yeah, so far the three of you have all done equally well in your first class. You know, 2 out of the 3 sections of the test. But yeah, like I said, with that wire decision, you just unable to make the right decision at the last moment. But yeah, Rick's assures all the cadets, and like, you're not the only one that failed. And I mean, some of the other students struggled with it as well, and a couple others, made it through no problem. But
I'm glad I'm not the only one who messed up, sir. Oh, I would have been very embarrassed. Shame
yeah, it's like you
overload.
look over and you look over and you see like a human cadet with like black smut on his face from black grease on his face, as he was using all the wrong tools and just getting grease on himself, and just looks like a mess, even though it was a simulation. He just like looks all disheveled and like, oh, what the hell?
Can I waddle over to him with like a baby wipe? Like, oh, let me get that for you, sir. Nice and clean. There you go, sir.
You start cleaning them off, and he's just like kind of fights it off at first, and then kind of just gives up, like, oh, whatever.
There we go, sir.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm
Thanks, I
programmed to
guess.
serve, sir. It is my pleasure.
Okay. Uh, that was weird, right?
It was within my programming.
That's weird. I've never had a robot. And he's like walks away. I've never had a robot clean me, and like,
Just looking around like,
um,
Mr. Lister, you still let me do it?
it's like some of the other cadets are looking at you like confused, because you're the only mechanoid in the class for engineering. There's like 2 or 3 other humans. Actually, there's 2 different Scalarians, which are the same species of Cadet Iris. Um, and then a Zentari and Eldari. So yeah, you're the only mechanoid here. And but yeah, the one you cleaned up, that would be Cadet Lex Thorn, a human, young human trying to make it in the engineer path. But your class, as we now pan over to the lower deck of the academy, as we come to Cadet Iris walking in to his security training class. Sure, get this right. Followed by a group of other cadets, a total of 10 in this class, so you and 9 other cadets. You're the, let me see, I think you're the, yeah, you and there's one other Scalarian, and then a couple Grethlians, obviously one uh, Drawl, Scarn from earlier from the last session that you met, and then a couple, I think there's like 2 humans, but yeah, pretty much the same kind of mix up of diversity in this class as the other. But as you step foot in this class, it's a high-tech classroom that kind of overlooks the vastness of space, as the far walls and the lower floor are see-through and made into like a mock landing docking bay that's only used for the simulations and stuff like that. But before you there is a Dlephinium, which is the insectoid type species, who is the chief security instructor, Commander Varrock. As he step forward, as you and the other cadets come in and just welcome cadets to a career path of security. Today marks the beginning of your journey to become guardians of peace and order across the cosmos. Our first training exercise is a simulation designed to test your strategic thinking and teamwork skills. In this scenario, you are the security detail on the Starliner, the Stellar Serenity. Your mission: protect the passengers and crew from a simulated threat. As he points over to the training area, as the walls that were see-through now light up and turn into a simulated interior of a Starliner. And let's see here. I can bring that up on the Alabama. Oh, hold on. I gotta bring it in first. Wrong one. From new map. Masterminds. There we go. I thought I already brought this in. I did. Let's change that. 1 second. I already set this up yesterday. That works. Go to the new scene.
Ooh.
All right.
As you're inside of a simulated ship, like I said, the objectives is you must reach the bridge and regain control of the ship and investigate, neutralize the threats along the way, protect civilians, and then coordinate with your teammate. And in this situation, your teammate will be Drawl, the Grethrian, who you are familiar with. What did I do with? Well, that's right. I was going to make tokens for them, and I didn't do that. But we got token for you. Oops, that's not how you move. That's how you move. Okay, we'll put that, and I'm just going to use this as Drawl. As you are there, but I did make tokens for. Yeah, so in this simulation, he tells you that there is a group of Gryphonian pirates that are taking over the Starliner. And like I said, you got to make your way to the bridge to gain control of the Starliner. Go, where's that? But yeah, in front of you, Iris, there is just the door that's right here. But it's see-through, even though it's shut. You can see through it, and then on the other side, you do see that there is a couple of Gryphonian space pirates with their leader up in the helm. But those are the ones that you can see through the glass as you're put into the simulation. So yeah, as Grell kind of looks at you and first thing first, investigation. We need to know how many enemies we have.
And I'd be like, oh man, I'm already on it. And then like orb, little thing out of my socket. Figure out let's make like a little blue circle thing for now, I guess.
Oh,
To make
okay.
an actual
Yeah,
token for 'em, that'd be kind of cool actually.
yeah, I'll do that actually.
does
I'm
go.
making a note of that right now.
Make a cool
Token
little
for orb.
orb thing.
Yeah, so I just use a website that actually stamps them into these tokens. So
What?
whatever picture, I can take any picture and stamp them into this token form.
So as I say that, I'm gonna make my little orb guy, and then
Yeah,
control it to like go around the corners and check for stuff. Like kind of hug it
Right.
up on the ceiling of the simulated ship.
yeah. We'll do a stealth roll just for the orb real quick to
Where'd that
see how
between?
stealthy you can do that.
Six, yeah, it's a 6 plus 14, so 20.
All right.
Damn.
Because I know you're stealthy.
Put a
Yeah,
lot
so
into
as you
stealth.
yeah,
Go, little guy.
yeah, so as you pull out the orb to go through the hallways, you do see that there are two more that are kind of over in this hallway that are communicating with each other, and that is all that you see. But yeah, so I mean, you scan both the hallways up and down, and those are the two others that your security orb reveals to you.
All right. Oh man, there's like 2 dudes over here talking. Yeah, so there's more than we thought.
Should we take them out first?
We could do that. Like, distract them with a ball in their face. Sure, they won't like that.
And I can run up and punch them.
Nice. That's a complaint.
Or we could use our laser pistols.
We could do that, but like, no, cause more motions.
What if? Yeah, but if we shoot them both at the same time, and then we can take that hallway and then have cover against the others. He said we just need to take control of ship. Did not say how.
That is true. Go, that's guns blazing. Actually, sounds kind of cool. Still extra page.
Well, I mean, yeah, because he's like, what he's suggesting is sneaking up over to here, and then both of you just blasting these guys. I
Imagine this
will.
like a Splinter Cell mission.
Yeah. um. Dice. Since I need to roll one for about to do another stealth check if you're gonna sneak out there, like draw suggest.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 15.
Ah, shit.
I will. We'll add your stealth.
That one. Does that count?
And add your stealth or yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's obviously an automatic level of failure, but I still need to see if you have a
Oh,
level of success
15.
first. 15. Okay, so yeah. So I mean, yeah. With that, you're going to be able to get your shot off, but you're definitely going to be noticed by the other two down the hall here. So yeah, shoot your laser. Did I put is this will be a D20, then add that bonus is next to the laser pistol.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about the second bonus too. Technically 17. I'm supposed to be adding.
Oh, nice.
It would have been an 18, but yeah. All right. Laser pistol.
Like if it would have added the 20, that would have been okay.
That one,
15,
that one's
nice.
good. 15 plus 8.
All right, and draw rolled 13 plus his. So yeah, both you guys fire your laser pistols, and being that this is a simulation, they're inside the academy, they're automatically locked to like stun type situation. So as you fire, and both of them go down, crumpled next to each other, collapse into the hallway. But as that happens, like I said, these guys over here are going to be aware of that. And so that was the combat roll for that. And what is going to be? I'm just going to do a quick simulation. Yeah, they're pretty much going to be in surprise mode, so you guys will get your other turn before they get to act. Since they only became aware of the situation after the shot happened, they didn't see you actually come in. So what will be your next move? Is you combat the threat.
Uh, take cover and use the little orb guy to try to get him to face opposite of where we are. Try to distract him.
Oh, okay. Roll a
Zoom around their head
presence
and be
roll
all over
for the
here. Look at
yeah. Just roll a presence roll for
presence
the
roll.
orb to see how much. Yeah, see how much of a presence it makes in this
Presence is
spot.
the one thing I do not have any bonuses on. Shit. I think presence would have been a thing.
Did you roll?
That was a 3.
Oh, okay. I didn't. You was on the tab. All right, yeah. So as it zips past them, and they just kind of glance at it for a second as they retrain their focus back onto the individuals that they saw in the hallway. As Draw's going to take a shot at the one next to the wall there, getting oh yeah, 16 plus his bonuses. So yeah, as he does that, and we can put these. Just put these rings on them, showing that these guys are down. As he goes down, and then this individual is going to run over here to take cover and take a shot at Draw. I would say that's cover, whatever. That's Draw just took the partner, and that's going to be a 6. That is going to be a failure. Draw's got some good toughness. So yeah, he's not going to beat that as he fires and misses on Draw. That's going to take us back to both you and Draw to make another action as the last guy is in the main bridge of the ship and unaware what's going on back here at this moment. So what's your next move, Iris?
Disengage from using the orb and try to shoot this guy. A little around the corner. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna leave the orb there and like keep an eye on the guy so I can like see what he's doing at the same time.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, surveillance camera. Hell. And roll it. Yeah, 14 plus 8.
Plus
8.
8. Nice. As he is rendered unconscious from your blast and slumps up against the wall. And just do an awareness for the main guy. Yeah, he's unaware of what's going on behind him. As you've taken control of the the hull of the ship, and now you just need to get into the bridge to take control. Straw like looks to you and what's the next move?
Yeah. Figure out how to get in there. Is he locked in there or is he just hanging out in there?
No, it's just he's just in there with the captain of the ship that's in the chair next to him, like taking him hostage type situation. But he's not looking at the door; he's looking at the where they're going in the ship. 'Cause he's trying to steal the ship, unaware that you guys are here at this moment. So, but yeah, if you approach the door, it's going to open up for you.
Huh. I think I had like those advantage things. I don't know if I can use any of those.
Because all those things, like they're to be used in the way that you describe them to be used. Like, yeah, it's like that's what's cool about this game is like everyone can have that same advantage, but they're all used differently compared to one another because of who their character is and how they use it.
Yeah, because I have that assessment thing. I'm trying to like think if I can use that with the orb to like see what kind of weapons and like setup he's
Yeah,
doing.
because
Um,
that's like the main use of assessment is to use your insight to learn an opponent's combat capabilities. So that's like the main use of it. So yeah, if you want to scan him to see what kind of threat he is, yeah,
yeah,
you would do an insight check.
I would do that. Yeah. Insight. Where is that? That's not the greatest bonus, but let's go. All right. Yeah. 9. Damn it. 19 was so close. So 9 plus 3. 12.
12. Yeah, it's like kind of scan him. You just see that he's in his, got his back to the door. In his right hand, he's just holding like a standard laser pistol that he's pointing at the captain of the ship, and his left arm is kind of like resting on the back arm of the chair. But yeah, you can just assess that he's only armed with the one weapon.
All right. Oh, dang, man. He's got like a hostage in there. Gotta like, take him out before he shoots. Otherwise, we're gonna fail.
What do you suggest?
Shit. Distracting seems to be working pretty good, but I want to surprise the guy and then him actually shoot.
What happens if he shoots your orb?
I haven't tried that a long time. Last time I did, it kind of hurt. I'm down. It's a little.
Do you want to like use the orb to distract him?
Yeah, give him like a little shock or something. Like a little static energy. Shuffle your feet and shock.
Like I was saying,
Obviously, a
like
little more.
yeah, like as you level up, you can give it a different abilities like flashbang or stuff like that.
I figure, but like right now, just like a little energy shock of some sort. Trying to think like
Yeah,
what I
just
can have uses for other than just like, oh, I look at you.
yeah,
One
yeah,
thing I
yeah.
didn't really
And as you
much
gain
around
power
with.
points, we'll be able to upgrade the orb in a sense. But I mean, yeah, if you just want to like use it to like zip around him, distract him as you guys rush in or something like that, or it's up to you how you want to do it.
Yeah, I think for now that might be the best option. Yeah, use it as like a
Right.
nuisance. Try to distract him.
Yeah. So yeah, so just do another presence roll for the orb again to see how much of a nuisance and presence it can be to distract him from his task at hand.
Fuck you, 5.
Yeah, he kind of just like kind of swats at it and like looks around, like kind of confused at what it is, but he's maintaining his pistol on the captain and staying by his side as the orc kind of annoys him as much as a gnat would. But he's obviously a little confused on what the hell it is. Uh, so yes, you do that and draw just like you should just make him run for it now. Let's just get in there, take him down.
Yeah, probably be the best bet because he's not very keen to being distracted.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you say that, he's like, yeah, and he nods his head and starts running full speeds towards the door. Are you going to join him?
Okay. Yeah. Run.
All right, so as you guys just run in, open the doors, he kind of like looks back. Are you just going to dive at him, or that's what Grail's going to do, or Drell's going to do, is just going to jump at him to grab him? I don't know if you want to do something different, like shoot at him, or
Well, I'm not gonna shoot a fucking the other dude just running in there and jumping on him. I will just dogpile on him. Fucking tackle him.
all right. Yeah, so just pretty much just roll
Old
a
school.
strength. Yeah, this old school strength check.
Alright, another one of the things I have is 0. 0 bonus.
God dang it, man.
Shut up, Jay.
It's gonna be
Well,
Balrog all
luckily,
over
Draw got
again.
a well, luckily, Draw got an extra roll 20, so the odds of that happening are pretty awesome. Yeah, you got a nat
Like he
one,
tackles
Draw
him
got a
down, I
nat
go to for a
20.
tackle and I just fly right over him and hit the fucking
Yeah,
side.
you just fly right over and hit the console. Yeah, she like grabs the guy and restrains him, and as you hit the thing and look up and see him restraining the individual, and look at the captain, and as that happens, you see like the simulation, the holograph of this whole thing start to dissipate, and you're back into the training room of the academy, um, which this is all pretty much taking place over here in this section where the simulated thing is in the hollow deck. So yeah, as you like you're getting up, it's all coming back, and you can see the other cadets and the not headmaster, the commander, uh, security instructor, Commander Varric, as they're kind of like standing around, and some of the cadets are clapping and like, yeah, way to go, smooth move, dude.
Yeah, it was go pretty good till the end there. It was,
Yeah, so once
I'm a
again,
sports guy, right?
yeah, so you passed the investigation section of the test. You did good on the combat until the very end, unable to help with the final guy, but you do get a point in your ability to adapt and use your orb and fully use your abilities to assist the situation, and pretty much had control on knowing where the enemies were at all time. And yeah, so as it all dissipates and commanders just very good, very good. And Drawl comes over and helps you get up. It's like, yeah, that was pretty good. I think that was my fault. You missed the tackle. My bad.
It's all good, man. You don't try for stuff like that, but I did you ever.
That orb thing you have, that's pretty useful.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty nice. I'm just trying to figure out like what else to do with it. I'm still just confused about it as other people, so working on it.
And he's like, he points over to the other Scalarian in the class. He's like, that one there, she cannot do the orb thing you do.
Yeah, I'm kind of an odd one. Sure, am I the only one that can do this?
Very odd, yes. It's yeah, so the students kind of gather, and the commander of Varrock, come over and very well done, and like
Rock,
kind of gives you
man.
praises. It's Varok,
I know. I thought I
Varrock.
heard a V in there.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, as all the other cadets, in turn take their turns in teams of two. As I said, there's a class of 10 in here, so two by two they go through the same simulation that you went through as you watch, and see some of them struggle with actually investigating the situation, and some of them get immediately taken out by the two that were in the hallway that your orb was able to see. Um, but each situation, they're in different spots, obviously, because you're watching each other. So the enemies are not in the same areas as everyone, but not everyone's equipped with the ability to assist the situation. And some are and able to make their way through to the end. And overall, it's a 50-50 split on the successes and the failures of the class today. But even the commander Varrock is reassuring constantly that this is the first test, and here at the academy, they throw you in the deep end right away to put you under pressure and see what you can do, and it's the best way to train to survive in the cosmos. So yeah, so as your class goes on, you're just watching the others fail and or succeed, and but yeah, so say that would take us towards the end of the class, which would be, yeah, 'cause your took place after the potential lunchtime, whatever food. But yeah, after that is done, we go to Kryten, who has to show up for his pilot training, which
Oh,
is
twice in one day.
right after. Yeah, which is right after the security and combat practices, which will be right before you guys all go for like your main dinner meal. And then after that is like, studying, recreational time and stuff like that. But yeah, so you got to do the pilot class. Open that. Yeah, so obviously, like your Wishcom alerts you of your classes and where you need to be and what time. But
Such a nice
you make
little
your way
thing. My internal
as you make
chronometers don't need it.
yeah,
Sorry, go on.
as you make your way down into the hangar bay area and stuff like that, you see the security class dismissing as Commander or Cadet Iris and Drawl are leaving together, talking about what they just went through, and all the other security cadets for security are leaving the classroom as well.
Oh, hello,
As you're,
sirs.
oh gosh, that robot guy again.
Yeah, it is.
Hello.
He's the odd one.
Oh, I hope your classes were fantastic.
Pretty good. Not bad.
I'm off to learn how to
I'd
be
be
a
going to go.
pilot.
You're going to be pilot?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well,
Are we allowed
I
to
hope you
watch
do
other
well.
people's classes? I gotta see this.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
think
if you ask
so.
nicely.
I mean, yeah, we don't have anywhere else to be. This could be interesting. Yeah, so, so as you follow him into the
I gotta see this.
Just mumbling about like how you must tell me how your class went when I'm done, and like the usual sort of like idle chit chat thing before.
yeah, so as you make your way into your class, you're followed by a small group of cadets, as just you and six other, um, a lot smaller than the other classes. Um, you're the only mechanoid in here. There's one
Case you please.
human, as a Centauri and Elinari. There's one Celestian, and then there's also Arborian, which is the race that Niffy's character is. And um, yeah, so it's a small class, but as you make your way into the area designated for the pilots, you're seeing everything here is super high tech, holographic simulations of a starship cockpit that's got a full screen simulation set up before it. And then as you make your way through into the area, you're greeted by the chief flight instructor, Rennick, who's a stern looking Centauri, which are the kind of glowing skinned blue glow individuals, who kind of stands in the room as you make your way in. And welcome, cadets, to the career path of pilot. I am Chief Flight Instructor Rennick. Today, you familiarize yourself with the basic controls of the starships. Then goes through to tell you what your task is today, as he's more stern than the others, as he lays it out in, more of a standardized situation where you need to navigate through an asteroid field and then also dock at a space station in this simulation. And as he finishes that off, he's like, pay attention. This knowledge might save your lives and the lives of others one day. Now come. And he brings you into the simulation area where the cockpit is. And, you know, Iris and Drawl aren't the only ones that are kind of watching. There's actually a group of the other security cadets that are watching. And like the reason that the class is kind of small is that not too many people have the guts to be a pilot. Because I mean, yeah, you take the lives of others in your hand when you are a pilot of a starship, and yeah, it's more of a spectacle. People are very curious to see how the other cadets do in this type of career path. So, um,
Only the strong
yeah,
survive.
but as he welcomes you over to the simulator, and he sits you down, Kryten, into the pilot seat, and this, you need to take helm of this and get through the asteroid field ahead of you.
Oh,
You
just give me
think
a
you
moment
can do
to.
it?
Oh, once I've familiarized myself with the controls, maybe. I'm not used to piloting this kind of ship. I only flew a Starbug.
Well, good luck, cadet. As he backs up and the screen lights up with the view of space as you're at the controls of the ship, flying through the cosmos. As ahead of you, you can see a large asteroid field that's rapidly approaching as you need to navigate through the asteroid field using your because you do have vehicle right and your one of your skills.
I do, yes.
Yeah, so you'll be adding that number to your D20 roll as you enter into this asteroid field that is rapidly approaching and large chunks flying past you as it quickly like escalates into a hairy situation.
Am I able to use
But
anything
being a
from
mechanoid,
my nav tools or my flight computer stuff that come in with packs?
no, this is basically just based off of your ability to pilot the ship and uh, yeah, it's just your hands-on ability to control this thing.
Gotcha. So someone who should have lightning reflexes is probably going to crash. I got it. Oh, such a strange control system.
This is yes, you're like quickly needing to assess the controls and get your way through this asteroid field. Roll your d20, adding your vehicle bonus.
That's just the +10, not the 10 plus 2, no?
Yeah, it'll just be whatever the vehicle bonus plus is. That's it.
Oh, wrong one. I got a 22.
It's 22. All right, yeah, as you quickly assess the situation of the controls of this ship, as you start maneuvering it very rapidly and quickly, and obviously making more robotic-like decisions as you're like, "Up, damn," whoop, like just making your way through and mumbling to yourself as you do about
Oh, this is
how
fantastic!
something has. Yeah, and as you're making your way through, you get the
Also, let that one
warning.
go by.
You get a warning from the ship's system alerting to more dense asteroid section of the field and recommends to engage the starfighter the shield of the ship as you
Do I need to
start
step
like
out to red alert?
well no you just need to quickly figure out how to increase the shields of this the ship that you're piloting as you're about to hit a more densely section, so we'll be doing an engineering check.
Engineering.
So that would be like I don't think there's an actual engineering skill,
I
right?
haven't seen that anywhere.
Yeah, because it's gonna be yeah, so it'd pretty much be an intellect, I believe.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my. Uh, good. Wish me luck. Oh! Natural 20.
Oh.
Smug mood
All right.
engaged.
Yes, really quickly assist the community or assist the uh system that is put in place on the ship, and you're able to find the uh power managing system as you put more power towards the shields as you enter the thicker part as a smaller asteroids are just thicker as they're kind of bouncing off the shields as you make your way through that
Oh, that
section
one
of
looked like a
the
dog.
asteroid field.
Sorry.
Yeah. But as you make your way through that section and boom, all of a sudden it clears up to open space and the asteroid field's gone. But ahead of you is a rotating space station that you need to now dock your ship onto. And yeah, this will just be another vehicle bonus to you as you're just trying to use your piloting skills to successfully dock onto this space station.
Prepare to add another 10. And hey, 16 and 26. Well, it's a very lucky day for me, sir. I love this whole flashing light. It's very nice little cockpit, very clean.
As it docks to the space station, and with that, the simulator dissipates and the holographic images leave.
Oh, just as I was enjoying myself.
Is the chief flight instructor Rennick is standing there and just very well done.
Oh, thank you, sir. And I will, with permission, I will engage smug mode.
Okay. Next cadet. And she like kind of like pushes you off to the side very calmly and like gently like, okay, make way for the next cadet. And as another one comes over and
Just wobbling about,
like
wobbling past
draw.
everyone with a big smug smile on my face, like, "Oh, I did the first time, absolutely fine. That was amazing." Oh,
And she like
smug
draw,
mode.
just jaw on the floor, just mouth open wide, like, what did I just witness?
I
was
think
expecting a total catastrophe up in there.
I think it did pretty well, sirs. Now,
Yeah, I think so.
if you don't mind, I have some laundry to do. And just go wobbling off of like to the next area. Just like,
Okay.
so good. I prefer the ship to the Starbug.
Yeah, so as you like walk out, you hear like the voice of the cadet that went after you, like, oh no, and you hear like explosions and like crashing noises as he gets demolished by the asteroid field. and,
Good
and
lord.
that's not easy. Piloting's a tough thing, but since we put
Poor bastard.
points into your skills, all right. So yeah, as that class closes, it's pretty much that's the day's academic requirements. So it's pretty much just food and recreation till the end of the night. Sure, I got that. Piloting class, flying colors.
Hell yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I've had to go for a while.
We'll be right back. I got damn lucky with those rolls, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely. I'm expecting meteors to fuck your shit up.
Hell yeah. I was just expecting to go straight in and be like, oh, no, that.
I'm just like expecting this robot freak out. Error.
Just be like, oh no, sirs, I don't know what to do. The ship's on fire. I don't have enough fire extinguishers. Oh no. It's so strange. Just end of the world. Boom. Damn me lucky. I think Cadet Mara over there had the easiest run though. Like, didn't really have much to do. Just a bit of a discussion, and that was it, really.
Considering they're doing communications.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, diplomats, man, like, too easy. Ah, no, man. I'll take my my hodgepodge of randomness that might possibly come in handy.
At what point did Niffy have to leave? I didn't.
I think towards the end of Tarkus' bit.
Okay.
But I think it was like almost towards the end.
All right. Okay, so yeah, like I said, with the academics of the day out of the way, it is now what you guys want to do with the rest of your day. Most of the cadets are going to be heading off to the mess hall to refuel after the day's activities. Oh, what the hell is that? Cold Star.
Yeah, I think if you put a load of gold stars on the side of everything. I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
go back to my bunk. I think I'm just gonna like start studying the memory of the old simulation I've just gone through, so I can become familiar with the ship.
Gotcha.
People find me weird. I'm gonna keep away from them for a little bit.
Hey, you're just a little out of date, dude. That's all.
A little. About 3 million years. I'm kooky.
I'm sure you'll grow on them eventually. I mean, obviously, I would say that the chief flight instructor Rennick is definitely impressed by you after that
I hope so.
display.
I worked my ass off for that. It was a good one.
Yeah, so is there anything anybody else doing with their rest of the day? Anything they want to do or need with their character?
I'm good. I'm just gonna study and chill.
Right?
What a ragtag bunch of misfits we are, studying and chill.
Fucking cool guys over here.
Right? Like, such a
But,
difference between the last.
it's just that, man, I guess that'd be a good place to take a break though too, because I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yes, sir. I'm down for that.
But so then, yeah, what do you guys think of the way I did the whole class situation?
I think that was actually quite interesting. I'd be interested to see what other people think as well. Like, I quite like the idea of like the individual little test things that we were doing.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be obviously team exercises as well. Everybody kind of gets mixed up because yeah, everyone that you're all learning these individual careers, but all those careers need to be together in order to function a starship, and like all those things need to be there. So you're learning all these things in order to come together. And oh, hi, big girl, what's wrong? But yeah, so I was just like trying to think like, all right, still you're in class, but it's like I need to integrate your own dice rolls. But then with the security one, it's
Okay.
like, okay,
Go
like
ahead.
having a map with tokens for enemies, it makes sense for that.
Went really well. It's nice to see something visual and also hear a lot of stuff. Next time we just need the audio back in, but other than that, I think we're good.
Yeah. I was, yeah, I knew like halfway after starting, I was like, I'm missing something, but I
Ah,
wasn't
sorry.
awake enough to get everything together.
I'm sure people will enjoy the chill sound. I did. It was quite nice this time. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's that for this episode, right? On that bit at least. We can end that
Yeah.
and we're good to go. Grundy, thanks for
Yeah,
being a
and
great
like
DM again.
Tart. Oh, thanks for letting me try to do it. Still
Always.
learning,
And you're doing
but
great.
yeah, and like Tarkus had mentioned earlier, it's like with the whole taking a break, and then I think Niffy said she's not able to do a second half. You could always split it up and do like D&D second half, and since that's
Yeah, maybe.
ugh, that way she doesn't miss out on anything.
Yeah, we can see what's up.
Sounds good.
Great. Episode 3 next week, possibly.